All right, let's talk about the goal of monetization. So many content creators want all of that money, but the problem is by the time they get to the finish line and hit that 1,000 subscribers or they hit that 10 million shorts goal, they realize that they can never even apply and will likely get rejected for reused content. Now, when you're applying for the YouTube partnership program, you need to understand that the likely review is only going to be a quick glance. Now, this can either be an AI process or it can be a human reviewed process. Now, for those of you who don't know, AI will almost automatically either approve or deny based on a few things. And that mainly comes off the form of reuse. Now, if you didn't watch my older video, specifically, you need to make three things, right? You need to make sure your content is unique, in demand, and you need to have good stats. But through the whole process, reused is probably the fastest way to get rejected. And this is just the lazy copy and paste method. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's stolen content, right? Like if you didn't create the B-roll and you're not even transforming it, you're not editing it, you're not adding to it, you're not doing commentary, it's going to get rejected right off the bat. So when you're doing this, you need to be able to pass what's called the human sniff test, which is a personal brand. Now, what this would do is that you can either do a talking head camera, you can be on camera, or you can do commentary. Now, there's going to be so many different ways specifically about this that you just have to pass the sniff test, right? You got to be on camera or you got to do, commentary. So many people don't want to be on camera. They want to do the faceless route. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. You want to do commentary. Do you think you should do, 11 labs and the default free voice that everyone gets denied for? No, you should either do a AI cloned version or you should just talk, right? The easiest way is to just talk. If you don't speak the language that you're trying to, to attest to, then likely an AI clone version or a higher paid pro version of 11 labs, something that sounds, bear with me, real. Now, again, monetization is a goal for many people, but you need to understand that just because you hit, 1,000 subscribers, which for a short channel should be relatively easy, that 10 million mark, specifically within 90 days, is not easy at all. Because what this means is that you need to be constantly grinding and hitting that goal. But don't worry, because it will immediately compound if your shorts are tested. And if there's any takeaway specifically for this video, the main thing is that your channel needs to pass what's called a personal brand sniff test, specifically for the YouTube partnership program, because what's going to happen is that imagine that you had 2 seconds to look at a channel and tell if it's, real or if it's low effort. And it's going to go in either of these buckets, because understand that if you're a personal brand already, you're not worried about this. But if you're doing reused content and you're just, potentially editing it, well, then you need to be able to pass this 2-second with open eyes sniff test. And if it's going to go into the bucket of just denied, there's not much that you could do, because you're going to have to scrub the entire channel of all the stuff that you did. But if you're going through this process of trying to make money on YouTube, let me know down in the comments below and I can answer some of your questions potentially in the next video, or even drop me some of the questions that you have.